Hi, my name is Abhay Kulkarni, and today's our topic of discussion is what are the string buffer and the string buff builder, and also why they are being used and which one we should use in our programming. So let's start the video. So basically, the string buffer and the string builders are used when your data should have necessarily a lot of changes. That is, a lot of changes should have been made to your string data. So then you should use the string buffer and the string builder. Unlike strings, the objects of string buffer and the string builder, the objects of string buffer and the string builder are mutable. You can change the objects of string buffer and string builder, and they do not keep any shadows behind them. So if you make any changes with the objects of string buffer and builder, they do not keep any shadow behind it. That is, it do not keep any unused objects are there. So it is recommended to use the string builder. So what is the main difference between the string buffer and string builder we are going to discuss. So before that, let me tell you, the string builder concept is introduced in the Java version 5. So in the version 5, we are having the string builder concept. Before that, we are having string buffer concept. So the main difference between the string buffer and string builder is that the string builder is not thread safe. That is, the methods which are used in the string builders are not synchronized. So that is why the string builder is not thread safe. So it is recommended by the programmer or any developer to, whenever possible, we should use the string builder, because the speed of the string builder is faster than the buffer. So the signature for the string buffer or the string builder is same. So I will tell you the signatures, such as public class test in the curly braces. You can write uh, public static void main strgs. It is the main function, and in that string buffer sbuff object equal to new string buffer, and when you press the sbuffer dot, you can have the multiple methods of the string buffer, and you can, if you, in this example, sbuffer dot append something test. So in that, the appending, that is connecting of one object to another object by using the string buffer, is happening. So if we take the objects in the string buffer sbuff equal to new string buffer in the brackets software, and in the object sbuff dot you append software Java, and if you print the sbuff, that is system.println sbuff, you will get the output software plus your appended Java as software Java. So this is one signature about the string buffer and the string builder. So let's move further. Let's understand the string builder and string buffer by the charts. So by using the charts, we can have the more clarity about each objects and how they behavior with respect to each other. So first we will see about the string buffer and string builder. So the point of the difference one is storage. So in the string, the storage is happening in the two memories. So the first one is heap memory and the SCP memory. As we know, when the objects are being created, that are created in SCP, and when using literals, that are created in SCP, and when using new keyword, the objects are being created inside the heap memory. So in the string buffer, the heap memory is only used and the same memory, heap memory, is also used inside the string builder. So this is the difference with respect to storage type. So the next we are going to discuss is objects. So the objects we created from the strings are, we know, that are immutable. That is, we cannot change the objects that we get from the string. But the change in the string buffer, the objects in the string buffer are mutable. So the same is true for the string builder also. So this is the second point. So the next point we are going to discuss is memory. So in the string, the objects that are not changeable, that is, the objects are immutable. So that is why whenever we going to or we try to change the object, a new object is being created. Every time the new object is going to created, that is why the memory allocation is increases. So that is why the memory is widely used in the string. So it is not true for the string buffer, because the string buffer allowed the changeability of the object. You can create the object in the string buffer, as well as you can change the multiple object types and the objects that do not keep any shadows behind them, that it do not keep any unused object. So the same is true for the string builder also, that is, the objects are mutable. Next point we are going to discuss about the point performance. So in the string, the performance is quite slower. In the string buffer, the performance is quite great as compared to string. In the string builder, the performance is good as compared to string buffer. The next point we are going to discuss about is thread safe. The string is not thread safe because the methods that are used in the strings are not synchronized. Hence, the strings are not thread safe. So in the string buffer, the all the methods that are synchronized. Hence, the thread safety is perfectly captured there. But in the string builder, the thread safety is not maintained, and hence the methods that are used in the string builder that are not synchronized. The next point we are going to discuss about the data. So if your data is particularly or continuously changing, then you should use the string. If your data is not changing, then you should use string. If your data is constantly changing, you should use the string buffer and the string builder, because the speed of the string buffer and the builder is much higher than the string. So these were the points we are discussed about the string buffer and the string builder. So consider one example. If I have to build one application, so which type I should use? That is, which methods or the objects I should use? That is string buffer or string builder. How can I identify? So there are 2 points. First point is that check whether your data in your application is changing constantly or not. If your data is constantly changing, then string is not your option. The second point to decide which objects is going to be used is that you should require the thread safety or not. If you require the thread safety, then the string buffer is the best option. So this is all about the string buffer and string builder. We have seen its differences based on the storage type, the performance, the memory and data, and which objects we should use. So this is all about today. We will see further in the next video. Thank you for today.